So it should be another interesting year with regard to UK competition law enforcement, especially with the new CMA bedding in. So I think the financial services sector is going to see a lot of action in the UK. I mean, clearly there's a lot going on at the EU level with the European Commission pursuing more financial benchmark cases, FX and what have you. But I think we're still going to see a lot of activity at the UK level. So there's clearly the retail banking market investigation, which is ongoing with the CMA. It's going to be very interesting to see what remedies the CMA comes up with. Are they going to continue their trend towards more draconian remedies? So we've had divestment remedies in recent investigations. Might the CMA look to impose divestments to mitigate the effect of the Lloyds HBOS merger, which was controversially cleared a few years back on public interest grounds? This will be interesting to see, but I think it's clear that the enforcement spotlight is going to move away from the retail banking sector as well into wholesale banking. So the investment banks are going to come under the spotlight, not for cartel activity, but in terms of their sort of business models, how they bundle their services, should they unbundle, provide more transparency, the theme being to allow more small standalone players to enter the market on niche areas, I suppose analogous to encouraging challenger banks in the retail banking space. So market infrastructure is also going to get the spotlight put on it. Payment systems, in fact we're going to get yet another competition regulator for payment systems, a particularly UK feature that we have lots of concurrent competition regulators across the various regulated utility areas and so forth. And clearly in the financial services space we have the FCA, and it's going to be an interesting dynamic how the CMA and the FCA work together and allocate cases between them as they go forward investigating the financial services space. But it won't just be the financial services. Energy is in the spotlight. There's a market investigation there, and I think the continued focus and prioritization of online activities will continue. So probably more resale price maintenance cases in that area, more of the sorts of hotel booking cases that we've seen where the CMA is ahead of many authorities looking at these issues. Outside of that, more generally, I think a key area, an interesting feature will be how the CMA beds itself into its new role as a single competition authority. One particular challenge it's going to have is its market investigation regime, where, as I mentioned, we've had increasingly significant remedies at the end of these processes, and the question now is, are the procedures that the CMA has for these investigations sufficiently robust in terms of rights of defence? So we've seen in the private healthcare case the Commission has run into difficulty with its divestments because the economic analysis which has underpinned those interventions has been called into question. And the issue is effectively they're very transparent, but transparency of itself isn't enough. If it's just telling you what the decision is ahead of time, that's not enough. It's got to be, this is the evidence and the analysis that we are carrying out, and the parties must have a chance to actually challenge and interrogate it so that you get to the right answer. And this is where it looks like the CMA has fallen short in the private healthcare investigation. And the question is, what are they going to do about that, particularly in the big investigations which are ongoing at the moment in retail banking and energy? Will it make them less ambitious in terms of their remedies, or will they be able to adjust their procedures to give more access to data and provide more effective rights of defence? So it's going to be interesting times. So it's a great overview of everything that's been happening, and to find out which have been regarded as the most important cases and to hear from experienced practitioners of what are the most significant features of these cases. And you get a great set of delegates here and speakers, so it's a great networking opportunity too.